Hi, Ben. Thanks for joining us today. Would you mind just sharing a little bit about yourself for our viewers?
Yep, sounds great. I'm Ben Loates. I'm 36. I live in Spruce Grove. I have 4 children, 12, 10, 8, and 6. Been married for 14 years, and what I'm most notably known for at this time of my life is being a real estate agent.
Awesome. Yeah, you're quite a creative real estate agent, which definitely caught my eye, which is why we wanted to interview you because we think your energy is great and we think that people can learn a lot from you. So, yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
Awesome. All right, so we will get started. I have some questions written down for you here. Let's start with our first question. The horrible COVID question that I think everyone's tired of, but we should still ask. So, how has COVID affected your attitude towards supporting local or small businesses?
Oh, for real, for real. I know so many people personally that run these businesses in Spruce and Stony and Parkland. So um, uh, to me, it's very real where that $20 goes. Sometimes we think it just kind of goes into the company, but like literally, these are people feeding their own families. So for me, it's definitely ramped up. For my closing gifts for clients, and I'm happy to go and get gift cards. I'm happy to buy everything I do is local when it comes down to that stuff. So huge, huge.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely so important. So, we like that for sure. Why is young entrepreneurship so important to you?
I think there is something spectacular about the ability to make your own way from scratch in life. It's spectacular. And I have nothing against people being employed. I myself have an employee and it's so necessary, but the belief that you can create money out of nothing, out of an idea, out of a service, out of an ability is spectacular. I mean, if that's possible, what else is possible? So it's a really like it's a pretty exciting thing to me, the thought of making money out of your brain, as opposed to putting your hours in, and I got paid this much per hour. You're like, I had an idea and then I executed this idea. Someone actually paid me money for something that came from my mind. And now I have money. That to me is like I get jittery just thinking about it. It's why it's a wild idea and it's so empowering.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really neat, and I love seeing all the young entrepreneurs in the community just with all their
Yeah.
amazing ideas. And that first kind of like paid job when we see our
Oh,
students grows is such a good feeling. So
it
exciting.
it's a mind-blowing feeling to like, create something and then it works and you have like money and you're like, "What? Wait a second." And then our human brains do this thing where you're like, "Okay, if I did that and I got $20 for it, what if I just did that more? I could have more than $20, right?" Like it just opens up this limitless possibility. And that alone, just to have the limitless possibility available here is so exciting.
Absolutely. For sure. Yeah, I love that. So, what would you tell yourself if you could start over as a young entrepreneur?
Mm. Oh, I wasted a lot of time in my young years as an entrepreneur. I thought I was busy. I had one kid. I thought I was being productive. Um, and I wasted a lot of time doing crap that didn't matter. But I thought it mattered because we have identity things, we have who we think we are, and if I do this it'll mean this and people will think this, and I think I would say something along the lines of just do what matters. Don't worry about how it makes you look. Don't worry about any other opinions. Don't worry about just go for that goal and execute and let the other stuff pass away. Um, and then this is just personal. I'd probably go back to myself and be like, you know what, Ben, it is going to be okay. There's some pretty rough years in the entrepreneurial journey.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that gave me goosebumps. I definitely relate to everything you just said. So, yeah,
Yeah,
for sharing that. That's really awesome.
sweet.
Yeah, our next
This is
question
so fun. I'm having so much fun.
awesome. Our next question is what is the biggest lesson that you've learned as an entrepreneur?
Mm. Time is insanely valuable. Money will come and go. Money is not the be all and end all. It's helpful. It proves that you're doing it right. It's a good measure, but time, you don't get back. And me having 4 children, being successful, having money, all of a sudden you realize that how you spend your time is insanely valuable. And when you see your 12-year-old and you remember that she was 11 years ago, you start to realize the next 6 years until she's 18, each minute counts, and money can't buy back that time. And so that to me is one. And I think another really valuable lesson I've learned is, get a hold of your emotions, use your passion as a tool, but don't be run by your emotions and your passion. It's a really interesting thing. It's like when you play Mario Kart back in the day, when you hit those speed strips, that's your passion. Hit those speed strips strategically, but don't be run by your passion. Or it's like when you start on Mario, where you press A, like it's like 3, 2, 1, and if you press A too early, you just burn out at the start. Don't press A too early. Use your passion as a weapon, not as your ultimate fuel. I think that'd be a huge thing. I burnt out a lot. I am a redheaded fourth born. I am ready to crush at all moments, and I've had to learn how to harness that because I wrecked a lot of stuff with my passion and had to fix it later.
Wow. Yeah. Burnout is very real. And I think we
Yeah,
experience it at all ages and it comes very differently. But yeah, that's
yeah,
definitely a big valuable lesson for entrepreneurship for sure. It's like setting up those boundaries for your personal life and your business life are very important. So
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay. So our next question is can you describe a typical day in your life?
Oh my gosh. Okay. On any given day, I wake up, uh, on a good day, uh, 5:30, not because I'm Mr. Motivation, but because I have to. And if I don't, everything's gonna die. Um, and put on my slippers, put on my dad robe, go have a coffee, an espresso. I'll sit in my chair and I'll just start picking away at things that I said I would do either yesterday or 4 days ago that are just behind. My reality every day is I'm behind. And so you're just kind of working out of this getting water out of the boat paradigm. So how much water needs to go out first. So I'll pick away at that. And then I don't know, around 8:30, 8 o'clock, my kids will get up, my wife will get up. Um, and then we just kind of hang out for a bit. That's the joy of our life. Right now our kids are homeschooled because COVID is crazy and we love having them around. So maybe I'll do some homeschooling for a bit, but you take some time. This morning from 9 to 10, I played Minecraft with my 8 and 6-year-old, and it was super fun. I had my coffee, we played Minecraft for an hour. My phone was blowing up, but you know what? You'll get to it. And then typically, like on a day like today, I have 5 different appointments to be at. My phone will probably get somewhere around 70 to 80 texts, and about 20 of those will be emergencies. I will get home tonight from all of those appointments somewhere around 7:30. We'll eat some weird amount of supper that's cold. Um, Put the kids to bed, watch some YouTube with them or something like that, and then hang out with my wife for a bit and die on the couch, and then wake up and do it all again on the next day. That's
Wow.
pretty typical. I'd say that's a pretty typical day. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds like quite the grind, but I
Yeah.
respect that hustle for sure.
It's good. It's good. I'm so thankful for it, right? There's a lot that people don't even have that opportunity to grind. So there's a lot of gratitude in the midst of that.
Absolutely. So we kind of discussed boundaries earlier. So just speaking more on that, how do you kind of shut that like work life off when you're at home?
Yeah, it's definitely being a realtor, and I've been self-employed since I was 17 years old. So my wife and I met when I was 19 and 18. So the only life we know is self-employed. I've always worked from home. With real estate, I work from home. So it is a part of our life. So the balance is like I just work at the kitchen table and the kids are running around, and I'll tell my clients, hey, just so you know, you're in a car with 4 kids. So, you know, just you're gonna hear sounds, but we're good, right? Like for me, it all just has to flow. I'm not the guy that's like, everybody be quiet, and then I have to like go like 20 feet away, and there has to be complete silence, or I'm not a professional. It's like, you know what? It's not that. Everything has to flow, or else, because otherwise you just can't. You can't code switch back and forth. So I think for boundaries, I think for me, what it comes down to, and by no means do I have this worked out. It's like I said this morning, I'm going to spend an hour with my boys on Minecraft. My phone is going to buzz like 12 times. It's going to ring. I'm just going to wait because this is super valuable with my boys. Once that particular amount of time is up, let me get on the flipping phone and let's deal with stuff, right? So I think it's literally just here, 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 and at the end of the day, you had like a whole bunch of different blocks of time that you made work. That probably doesn't make a lot of sense, and
No, that
that's okay.
yeah, no, awesome. Thank you. So my next question would be, like I noticed, and I think a lot of people notice who follow you that you're extremely creative and that again, you've got a lot of energy. So how important is that to you for like representing yourself as a real estate agent? Like how does that creativity play a role?
I think I would hate this job if I didn't do those creative things. Um, if anything, it's a bit of an outlet for me, um, to just have fun, to have the ability to have ideas. It's that entrepreneurial thing that I talked about, to have thoughts that become reality daily, right? Every listing video is my dumb brain creating a 5-minute product that for me personally, I will giggle at, which is what matters to me the most. Like if I think it's funny, I don't even care if you don't think it's funny. That's hilarious. And so for me, I think it is the fuel for me. Like it keeps it going, just that it's not an everyday thing. It's not just the same thing every day. I'm not built that way. So that creativity is like the key. I love putting Instagram posts up. I love interacting with people. I am like a classic extrovert that is like so energized with humans, right? Even right now, like one of my armpits is sweating because I'm having so much fun talking as a human. And so it's those elements that are unknown. It's those elements. I don't know how my day is going to go, but I'm going to meet 5 people. I love that. I'm not a pre-planner. I'm an in the moment executor. So all of that is creativity, how I talk, how I communicate with people. We make them a video. All of those unknowns keep it alive for me. And other entrepreneurs aren't that way. Some of them are like, I need my ducks. We're going to execute those ducks. I can't do that. I got to crush in the moment, baby.
For sure. No, that's awesome. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick speed round. So I'll ask
Yes.
a few questions and we'll get your answers here. So our first question, do you prefer pizza or pasta?
Oh, pizza, but pasta a very, very close second. But pizza all day.
Awesome. Do you prefer country music or pop music?
I'll go pop all day. I'm not against country, but pop's good. Pop, I can go with pop. No problem.
Awesome. What's your favorite TV show?
Oh my gosh. Seinfeld forever. Currently, there's nothing good on right now. I got nothing. Seinfeld classic all day.
Awesome. And then what is your absolute favorite food?
My mom has made lasagna since I was a kid, and it is so cheesy and full of ragu pasta sauce. It's just, and like cottage cheese. It's just, and when it gets like 5 hours old, it just turns into this brick of cheese and pasta, and you could just bite it like a brownie.
Yum.
Yeah, that's
That
it right there. Like
that
deathbed food right there.
awesome. Okay, so that wraps up our questions, but I just wanted to leave it open. Do you have any words for the young entrepreneurs that will be tuning into this?
Yeah, I'm gonna say one thing to anybody that has that passion to make something of themselves, to take those risks, to be rejected, to put themselves out there. This is a brutal journey, but the payoff is amazing, and it's so worth it. And so, there's a few words of wisdom that some people gave me that really stuck with me. And in my life, typically simple things remain. There's a lot of everything you can think about, but there's these simple benchmarks that stick with me. So one person said to me when I was 17 and I was going to start teaching piano, he said, don't make it about the money first, because you'll become a slave to money. So you're going to make money, and that's part of the equation, but don't let your decisions be based on money first. Make it about the person first. So that always guided me. Okay, am I doing this based on how much I think I can get, or am I doing this based on how my gut feels about this? So that's one. The next one was, in your decisions, really look at yourself, because as an entrepreneur, you're offering a service. Are you trying to serve yourself first in your decision, or are you actually putting the interests of your client first? And if your authentic answer is no, I was trying to make that easier for me, or no, I was trying to save a couple bucks, at the end of the day in your business, if in any way you're serving your interests before your clients, it's not going to go well in the end. So those are two really, really important things that really guided me when I had some tough calls to make. Because when you're an entrepreneur, guess what? You don't have money. I'm sorry. You have money later, but in all those years of starting, life sucks, bro. And you're like, I've missed mortgage payments. I've had to like ask friends for 120 bucks to pay an energy bill. Like, it sucks. And it's really easy to put money first. It's really easy to put your interests first. Don't do it. Stick to those principles. Put people first, because at the end of the day, your reputation, what you do when no one's watching, and decision after decision of integrity eventually just keeps cashing up in that ephemeral bank account, that eventually it spills out and people know who you are, reputation wise, for the unseen things. So I think ultimately I'd say that. And I'd say this: if you've got that fire in your heart, if you've seen, as you look ahead, no, I got this, there's this thing in me that says I have to do this, don't give up. I have wanted to give up literally dozens of times, where I'm just like, I can't do this. This is too hard. This is not working. But there were things that I saw in my life that I knew I was meant to go for. Just go one more inch, see how that feels. Just go one more centimeter, see how that feels. You don't have to do a foot every day. Sometimes it's a millimeter, but it's still progress forward. Just don't give up if you've got that in you.
Wow. Okay. Well, that is very inspiring. I will have goosebumps probably for the rest of it. So, thank you so much, Ben, for taking time. Like you said, you have a very busy schedule, so we really appreciate it, and we appreciate
No
your
problem.
support for young entrepreneurs in the community. And yeah, just thanks again. And it was awesome chatting with you today.
My joy, Amanda. Honestly, thank you so much. All you entrepreneurs, just friggin' give her. That's all I got to say. Just give her, bro. Send it.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Ben.